here from healthfulpursuit.com. I'm a nutrition educator and international best-selling author of The Keto Diet. I'm joined today by Dr. Sarah Selleck. She's a naturopath focused on gut health, and we are going to be chatting all about the gut today. And so first off, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. And so you have a clinical practice here in Toronto, and I want to chat with you a little bit about the gut-related symptoms that people have that come to your practice.
Gut health is on trend for a reason. People are reading about it, they're trying to find information, and I can tell you in my clinical practice, I've seen so many people with gut issues: constipation, diarrhea, heartburn, gas, bloating, IBS. So a lot of people get diagnosed with IBS, but then they have no idea what they're supposed to do. So I do treat a lot of gut-related disorders in clinical practice, and I think it's a really, really important place to start when we're looking at living a healthy lifestyle.
I couldn't agree with you more. And so when somebody comes to you with these issues, what's your first step toward getting them on a healthier, more balanced path?
I like simplicity, so I'm all about keeping it simple. I don't want to overwhelm my patients. I think that in this world of living a healthy lifestyle, people very easily feel overwhelmed. So we focus on the gut, and I explain it as the engine in the car. So the gut is the engine in the body. And if you think about that, if a car doesn't have a well-functioning engine, it's not going to get very far. And if people want to get to a certain place with their health, they also need to start by treating the engine.
Completely. And so Candida is a really hot topic when it comes to the gut. Can we chat a little bit about what Candida is first off?
Well, Candida lives within all of us. It lives symbiotically with other organisms in the gut. But what's happening as a result of our modern day stressful lifestyle, poor nutrition, the overuse of antibiotics or medication, alcohol, a lot of these different factors are resulting in Candida, which is a yeast, to overgrow and essentially take over the gut environment.
And why is having Candida so bad? Like, I think a lot of people think, oh, no big deal, I have Candida, I don't want to deal with it. But if we go 5, 10, 15 years, what are some things that people might deal with that go beyond just gut health?
Well, the problem can start very small, and it can turn into a much bigger problem if left untreated. So I've seen many patients who come in with very serious digestive issues or serious skin problems, and it's not until we treat the Candida overgrowth that they notice an improvement in their symptoms. So typically what I say is, if you leave it untreated, months go by, years go by, the problem will get worse until you say, I'm ready to really look at this issue.
One that's really interesting that we chatted about was that your weight might not budge. And you might have Candida and you're struggling with your weight and it's not going down and you're thinking, what the heck? And that could be because of Candida,
It can be really frustrating. And a lot of people who have Candida issues, they also have sugar cravings or they crave carbs. So we really have to look at it very holistically.
And so if somebody is thinking, oh my gosh, maybe I have Candida, what do I do? Are there tests that we can take or ways that we can determine if Candida is a problem for us?
There are some lab tests, but we've made it really easy for all of you. So we've included a Candida quiz down below. And by filling out the quiz, you'll get a score. And the score will essentially tell you if Candida could be a problem or something that you should evaluate and investigate further.
Amazing. So if we determine that we have Candida, I know that I did many, many years ago, and I had a list of all of the herbs that I needed to kill this Candida. And I was standing at the health food store looking at all these different options, wondering how I was going to combine it, how I was going to take it all. And that's why I really love the Candy-Gone kit from Renew Life, because all of the herbs that you need are in one kit. So you're not standing at the health food store thinking, oh my gosh, how do I even take all of this? Which is really beneficial. What herbs do we want to take to get a handle on this Candida?
Well, uva ursi leaf is very popular in treating Candida or addressing the Candida issue, I should say. Also neem leaf, olive leaf, pau d'arco bark, caprylic acid, cinnamon bark, peppermint, clove. The list goes on, and I know that people sometimes feel really overwhelmed. So these are antibacterial and antifungal herbs because we want to treat the yeast overgrowth, but we also want to make sure that the overgrowth of bad bacteria is also treated with the antibacterial herbs. So it's important to do both. And again, the kit just simplifies life for people.
Hugely. And because a lot of the people watching right now are probably on a ketogenic diet, you've already kind of mastered that piece to it, which is really great. But I understand the kit also comes with some dietary recommendations as well that can be helpful for people.
It's pretty much impossible to treat Candida overgrowth without following the diet that is low in sugar and sweeteners and carbs and yeast and alcohol, all the foods that you love.
Yeah.
And even sweeteners that people think are really great and safe need to be eliminated on the Candida program when you're treating it. So that's part of it. I will mention fiber also is something that we really need to have in order to remove the dead yeast from the body. And most people aren't getting enough fiber, so they're only getting about 10 to 15 grams per day, and they need about 30 to 40 grams.
And that can be hard for a lot of people to incorporate the fiber, especially when they're first getting started and now they're having to lower their carbs on Candida. What I really like is the Renew Life Fiber Smart supplement because it's all in there and you can just add it, and it's a lot simpler when you're first getting started.
And also people love simplicity. People lead very busy lives, so being able to add a fiber supplement to your morning cereal or your smoothie, or even just mixing it into a glass of water, it helps get that additional fiber into the diet.
And are there other ways, like we chatted a little bit about the health of your bacteria in your gut and making sure that that's balanced? I'm guessing probiotics, prebiotics, resistant starch is part of that as well?
Part of it for sure. So 3 steps in treating Candida in practice. What I do, number 1, we starve the Candida, so that's where the diet comes in. Number 2 is the Candida cleansing herbs. So having those herbs is really going to help with getting rid of the problem. And then number 3 is definitely taking a probiotic to really repopulate the gut environment with the friendly live bacteria that we are lacking in Candida cases.
Amazing. I would love to pick your brain more on probiotics and really finding the right probiotic for our health, because I know a lot of people watching, I mean, there's a lot of probiotic options. So it might be helpful if you're game to do another video specifically on probiotics.
Oh, that would be great. I'd love to chat probiotics.
Okay, so stay tuned. We'll be coming up with a new video specifically on probiotics coming soon.